What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast, coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonstead, New Hampshire. It is episode 392. Guys, we are getting there. We're closing in on that old 400. 2026, going to hit that 400 and keep on going. But thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you. We're going to have a great episode tonight. I know it. I've gotten some of this story from these boys, and it really hits home. Very, very similar on so many levels. But before that, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
And I know
Happy
that
New Year.
a couple in the people in the chat was saying, knew this, knew that. No, we all know what I'm going to say. None of this new year, new me bullshit. I am going to be the same lovable asshole that you have all grown to know and love. So if you don't like it, beat it. But let's get into it. Tonight's episode brought to you by Uncle Steve Shake. What can I say, guys? Uncle Steve, the man is resting. The man is resting. He had a hell of a, thanks to all of y'all, had a hell of a busy holiday season from Thanksgiving to just last week. But he wears all the hats. He's mixing the shake, bottling, packaging, labeling, shipping. He's answering the emails. He's answering the phone calls. He's going to call you if he has a question about your order. He wants to get it right. Always small batch. If you were to place an order today, and it will be mixed tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. So when it lands on your doorstep, it is the freshest product he could possibly get you. Check them all out. The holiday packs are no longer the holiday packs. They are the gift packs. So a little name change, but that same price, folks. You can't beat it. 14 sample bottles, $40. Can't go wrong there. Customizable. Just in the comments, put what bottles you want in there and let it go. Follow him. Check him out at UncleSteveShake.com. Follow along on Facebook at Uncle Steve Shake Nation. Uncle Steve Shake shakes them on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market, the Diamond of Roy City, Texas. Gabriel and his crew do an amazing job. The protein selection, always fresh, always stacked. When he was on a couple weeks, he was getting ready to do about 500 filet mignons. That's just to start. That's just for the filet. Never mind everything else. He's been a busy boy. Fresh produce brought in daily. Multiple lines of seasonings, sauces, injections, marinades, including the Joe's Meat Market house line of seasonings. Check that out. And while you're there, you're feeling a little hungry, he's got you covered. Gabriel's mom's behind the counter, whipping up some of the freshest cuisine out there. So grab a plate, grab a bowl, take a seat, meet some new friends in this wonderful world of barbecue. It all comes together, breaking bread, and you can do it all at Joe's Meat Market. So if you're ever in the Roy City, Texas area, swing by Joe's Meat Market. Tell Gabriel and the crew I sent you. And remember, Joe's Meat Market for the win. All right, let's get this chat. Let's see. I know my buddy Daddy Dutch, first year, new mags. Yeah, nope. Rumor has it you're starting exactly on time every episode in 2026. Yeah, that ain't happening.
It's pretty close.
And Nick, I was telling you this was why. It's because these little chat sessions beforehand, and just go, and next thing you know, oh shit. That's how that works. Tom's Food Factory, what's up, brother? Daddy Dot. Steve Lozano, what's happening, brother? NBL, what's going on? Chris Rosinski, Happy New Year, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Stephen Pfeiffer, Mr. Pfeiffer. Hope you're all rested up for this weekend. We have the CBA World Championships happening down in Seguin, Texas. And seeing it was announced, so I'm not letting the cat out of the bag. The CBA World Championships being held in Seguin this coming weekend is officially the first qualifier for the 2027 World Cup of Barbecue. The $1 million winner take all purse happening spring of 27. Your first chance to qualify is this weekend. So I'm assuming, make a call. There might still be a couple spots available. Don't want to miss out on $1 million or chance at $1 million. And plus, you're going to have a hell of a time down there with the boys. Bikes and Bites, what's happening? Joe's Meat Market, what's going on, brother? Bobby Stewart, welcome, brother. Happy New Year. All right, guys, let's get into it. I don't know if you need them, but you might want to have it close by. Get those translators ready because these boys sound a bit like me. So if we have to put it in the chat, we might slow it down a little bit so y'all can understand. But let's get into it, guys. I am excited. Really pumped to have these two gentlemen on. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick and Ben Acevedo of Sigs Kitchen Barbecue. What's up, boys?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, guys. First and foremost, thank you for taking the time to join me. I know, like we were saying earlier, Nick, you and I had been chatting the past few weeks. And, from what you had said, your story, it just hit home and how you guys got rolling into it. And, very similar. And I'm like, let's go. Let's kick off 2026 with you boys and, get the word out on everything you guys got going on. But yeah, let's get into it. Nick, we'll start with you, then we'll get to Ben. Obviously, sure. I'm going to assume, being brothers and all, the story's not going to vary too much.
Yeah, no.
But before we get into the business, how did you guys get into barbecuing? Obviously, from New England, we're not known for barbecue as it is. People in New England consider barbecue, burgers, dogs, steak tips, and, things of that nature. Not necessarily the smoking of meats. So how did you guys originally get in? Is it one of these, Ben, you started it, and little brother Nick kind of following on the coattails, or was it the opposite way around?
Oh, it was definitely the opposite way around.
Yeah.
Little bro started.
Yeah, so my first introduction to barbecue didn't come until my, late 20s, early 30s. And, I'm a musician, so I play bass guitar, and I have a friend that's in a band, and me and my wife had gone over, their house, and he had this Brinkman bullet smoker, and he was making lunch, and he was making a corned beef brisket on that thing, and it was terrible. But it was at that moment, I guess, that I realized, even though it was bad, it was still good. And I ended up asking if I could borrow that Brinkman smoker so that I could try it for myself. and I never gave it back. I have it to this day. Was the first smoker I ever owned. So that kind of kicked it off. And like I was saying to you, as I went through the trials and tribulations with that thing, I made some horrendous barbecue. And then it gradually got better. You know, we would have my wife's parents come over and they would eat. My brother would come over and he would eat. And I would say, you know, at that point, I didn't know much about temps and crutches and things to go. So it was just a constant battle of keeping that thing fed and fueled to keep heat going. As you know, it's very tough with that thing. And, you know, I fought it. It fought me back. And I like to think I won. I didn't, but I tell you I did. And then eventually I upgraded from that as I found that passion to an offset. And then I worked with that offset for a few years. And then being during like, the age of technology, like I said, for Father's Day, my wife bought me a Pit Boss pellet smoker because she was sick of me swearing at 2:30 in the morning at the pits, you know, waking everybody in the neighborhood up, yelling at it and talking to it like it owed me money. And she said if she could make it a little easier on me, then that was my Father's Day gift. And then that, you know, that ease into the technology era of smoking meats is kind of where everything really started to take off, and people started to, you know, hey, this is good. And then I started watching more videos, and I started following more pit masters, and I started trying little tricks. And then it got to the point where I loved it so much. My brother would come over and people would eat, and they loved it to the point where my mother, for Christmas, decided to buy everybody a Pit Boss smoker. So I ended up having to travel to the multiple Walmarts because they only carried so many of them. And I had to lug 5 Pit Bosses into the back of my truck and then bring them over to my mother's house to get them all wrapped. And that was everybody's Christmas gifts that year. So it was, that's where it started. And then, you know, Ben started picking up. And then from there, he fell in love with it just like I did, where he started smoking stuff almost every day. And I was getting text messages at random times about temps and what to set and how to prep and, you know,
I didn't watch no videos. I just called my little brother. He was like,
yeah,
Nick. He was like, watch a video. I'm like, why watch a video? I got you on speed dial.
Yeah. He doesn't have to watch a 30-minute video when he can get the answer from me in 20 seconds.
Oh, absolutely. And if your brother calls at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're pretty sure he's going to answer.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm so better when I'm not asking him for bail money.
Yeah.
Oh, no, absolutely. Oh, so your mom bought everyone Pit Boss grill smokers. That's awesome.
Yeah. And my mom was
awesome.
She loved barbecue. And you know, a big thing for us that we take into our business today is my mom is very picky about sauce. So she doesn't, and good barbecue doesn't require sauce. So she wouldn't eat ribs that was sauced, which is why we do dry rubs and stuff. And although we do have our own signature sauces and we will glaze our stuff on the truck, you know, we always say that we want you to taste the product. We don't want you to, even though we produce the sauce, we want you to taste the meat. And then the sauce is optional. It's a complimentary item. It's not a necessity.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Hang on one second, boys. We had a bunch more jump in here. Kevin Hernandez, my pits are burning. What's up, brother? What's up, homies? Heidi Pereira, what's up, mama? How are you? Jeff Cohen, what's happening, Jeff? Guys, check Jeff and his partner Len out on the Baseball and Barbecue podcast. Uploaded every Saturday morning. Always great conversation there. Uwe Baron, everyone's favorite German. Beer Belly's Barbecue. What's happening, brother? I saw you did a nice another batch of sausage the other week. They looked fantastic, brother. And maybe send Matt home with a couple links when before he leaves this weekend when he's down there when you see him. All right, I'm gonna go there. Because like I said, once we were talking, the story is eerily similar, especially on the mental aspect of it all. Obviously, your mother, very important to both of you gentlemen, and a huge focal point and influence in you, especially on your culinary interests and endeavors. How is that? Obviously, she was a huge part of your life and really left her imprint on the both of you to now start the business. Tell us a little bit about your mom.
You knew her longer. You want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Like, listen, my mom was the type of mom that every kid would want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she was kind-hearted. She was generous. She would give you the shirt off her back, but she would also tell you how the fuck it is. Like, she had no hair on her tongue at all. Like, at all. But then, like, that's the greatest part about it because, like everybody that we run into, like, oh, you guys are really, really cool. You guys are humble. You guys are great. And then you guys are some funny bastards. And then it's like, it's all her. It is all her. And speaking about her, I just want to say happy birthday. My mom would have been 75 2 days ago on Saturday, the 3rd.
On the 3rd.
She would have been 75 years old. And like again, like our mom was our best friend. Like our mom was our best friend. She was our supermarket. She was our ATM. She was literally like our everything.
Yeah. You could call her at 2:00 in the morning. She'd answer. You know what I mean? It didn't matter if we were in trouble, if we were sad, if we were happy. She was there from our best moments in life to our worst ones. You know, she was like he said, she was our best friend. We talked to that woman every day. We saw that woman every day.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, from little kids, like I had said to you, even with our kids, that woman never left the kitchen. And, we would just sit there and watch her, and, everybody, oh, how'd you learn to cook so good? And it's like, she would tell us to get the fuck out the kitchen. But she had, like the island. So we had to be on the other side because you couldn't be in her way.
Uh-huh.
But you watched everything she did, and her culinary experience was just never ending, from Mediterranean to Italian to Spanish to Chinese to, there was nothing that woman couldn't cook. And
like, we're half Dominican, half Italian, so we're half Spanish and half Italian, and it's like I got Spanish relatives that tell me that my mom cooked better than their immediate family. Yeah. Like, and it's crazy. And that's how it was with like every genre, like every type of food you could think of. My mom made it better than people born in that ethnicity. And I think like the secret ingredient always is love. Like you could definitely taste when something's made with love, and there was nothing that woman did that wasn't made with love.
Absolutely. Please tell me that this was her measuring spoons and cups.
Oh yeah. There's no measuring spoons.
Yeah, there is no measuring spoons.
To the point where, and most old Italian people probably do this, but like even when she would make like raw meat, didn't matter what it was. So that's how she would gauge whether she needed more seasoning. So if she was making meatballs, she would eat the raw hamburger, and then she would add whatever she's putting into it. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish I could say, you know, she obviously passed away from an illness, but I like to think that woman was immune to almost anything because, I mean,
Yes.
she would eat it raw to know if it needed more seasoning. And I mean,
Like this woman had no feeling in her hand. She could be frying food and put her hand in the boiling hot water, the boiling hot oil, and put things with no problem.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I remember when I got married, she had told my wife, she goes, "Okay, let's figure out a weekend. I'm going to come up and I got to teach you how to do this." She goes, "Teach me what?" You need to cook. She goes, "What do you mean?" She goes, you marry my son. You need to learn how to cook for my son." So she came up. She goes, "What's the first thing?" And you know, they were having their conversations, and then my wife was telling me, "Oh yeah, your mom's coming up this weekend, so you got to pick her up after work and bring her up, and we're gonna cook all." He goes, "Oh yeah, what the hell is she gonna do?" "I don't know. She said right off the bat she's gonna teach me her spaghetti sauce." And I stopped dead in my tracks. And I
they
looked
never
at it,
actually teach you, though. I'll be honest, because my mother, she took whatever that recipe was to the grave with her. I mean, we can make a pretty close one, but they never told you everything.
No.
It started with Nana. And then my mom tried to perfect it, and she got pretty damn close. But it was like my brother said earlier, like she was so picky, like you would never catch my mom eat red sauce anywhere except her own. And it was no disrespect to anybody or nothing. It's just she would not eat anybody's red sauce unless it was her own.
Yep. And I, like I said, when she had told me that, I stopped dead in my tracks. And I don't know if I just went straight faced or shock or ghost white. I don't know. She's like, "What's the matter?" I go, "Did you just say she's coming up and teaching you how to make her spaghetti sauce?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, "Okay, I have to sit down." She's like, "What's my?" I go, "You don't understand the gravity of this."
Yeah. The magnitude of the situation.
Nobody has this recipe.
Yeah.
This recipe is not written down. I go, "My grandmother doesn't have this recipe. It was my great-grandmother's recipe. So my mother's grandmother. It skipped my grandmother." So they're cooking, and she goes, "Oh yeah, you need 2 tablespoons of the." She goes, "What's that?" "Oh,
Yeah,
this
that's
2
a tablespoon. Yeah.
For anybody just listening, I'm holding my hand palm up and just beginning to pour stuff in. She goes, "You put this much." So my wife is sitting there scooping it out, trying to figure out it was hilarious. It was hilarious. But you know, it's those little things that thankfully we'll always have with us. You know,
that's how we cook to this day. I mean, when we season people, we have our ratios and stuff for how we prepare our seasonings. But when it comes to like prepping the meats and the stuff that our potato salads, our beans, I mean, there's methods to the madness, but everything is done by taste. I couldn't tell you if somebody had asked me for the recipe to how we do our pit beans. And it's one of those things where it's like, I can tell you what I put in my pit beans, but I can't tell you how much of it I put.
Nope.
And the reason for it is when I put our seasoning into it or when I put our barbecue sauce into it, I don't know how much. It could be a cup. It could be 2 cups. I don't know. I grab we make our batches in 5-gallon buckets. So I got the bucket over whatever I'm making and stirring it in and tasting it and then seasoning it. And then you got to taste it. And I mean, you know when it's right.
Yep. No, 100%, 100%. Chef Johnny, what's happening? Mad Max, what's up, brother? Oh, so yeah, like you said, it was that the amount of influence that both our mothers had played in both our lives, and which led to what we're doing now. Now, obviously, you guys, your mother had tasted your product.
Yeah.
My mother never got the chance.
Oh,
to
sorry.
to taste what I got or see, what I am doing now, or now your mother seeing what you guys pulling together as brothers and going out on your own with your business.
Hmm.
She hasn't though. She
So,
hasn't. She hasn't
oh,
though, because like what happened is like the way this all came into fruition, like when we were talking behind the scenes, it like started during the COVID year where my brother was just cooking, smoking, and just cooking regular meals, and my sister was recording. They were putting up YouTube videos in the Sigs Kitchen. So that's how it was running. It was just running, and like I said, we're sarcastic, we're funny. So like the original Sigs Kitchen show was like a cooking comedy show because it was
mhm.
literally Nick just drinking beer, pun after pun after pun while he cooks, and it was great. So like we had multiple conversations during that little run, like why don't we do something with it? And it's always like, yeah, that'd be great, but nothing ever came into fruition. And then when our mom passed, this upcoming June will be 2 years. So like about a year and a half ago when my mom passed, we got left a little bit of money. So I pulled Nick to the side and was like, hey, like I know we always talked about it, but like what's stopping us from doing it right now? Like we have every opportunity to do it right now. Like I told him I'm willing to throw in everything I got. Like if you really want to do it and if we're serious and we're not just talking about it, I'm like, let's do it. And then it was like it literally like, it was like 10 seconds of dead quiet. We looked at each other and we're like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And we just did it. So that's why, like, if you look on the back of our trailer, we have a pig. If you knew my mom was infatuated with pigs. Like, she had collections of pigs beyond imaginable. Everything
All
had
over
to
the
do with pigs
house.
for her.
Piggy
So
banks.
on the back of our trailer, we have a big pig, and it says in love and memory of mom. So, like, our mom tasted our food, but our mom has never got to see
Oh,
what came into fruition out of it.
yeah,
I mean, I have pigs all over my house now because of my mother. My
yeah,
sister.
My daughters too.
Living
My
out.
daughters collect pigs now.
yeah.
But
Oh,
it
there's,
was funny. A funny story on it is like when we were going through it with my mom, we were all telling each other like, ask her what the thing is with pigs. Ask her what the thing is with pigs. And we always thought it was because her favorite book was Charlotte's Web. So like that's why I gotta be. So when we were in the hospital room, we all go in, we start asking her, but like, what is the thing with the pigs? Is it Charlotte's Web? And her exact answer, no word of a lie, was she's like, they're cute and I love to eat them.
no, absolutely. Oh, that's awesome, Daddy Dutch. Thank you, guys. That's guys and girls. There's Daddy Dutch just put the YouTube link, the Sigs Kitchen channel, YouTube channel in there.
Thank you.
So there it
Yeah,
is,
there
right
hasn't been
there.
anything new in a few years, so I apologize. But if you don't mind going back and seeing, where it came from to where we're at now, I mean, it helped a lot. We got
Yeah.
our first catering gig because of that channel. Somebody that was watching and was local. Their son was graduating from high school, and they asked if we would be interested in catering the graduation. And then he was going off into the military, so it was kind of like a double party, and we had no fucking clue what we were doing, And I said, yeah, why not? And we
They
loaded
wanted
up.
us on site.
Yeah, cooking on site. So I mean, we grabbed easy ups and tents. We grabbed smokers. We loaded up a trailer. We got there at 4:00 in the morning. And then
None of the outlets worked.
everything that could go wrong started going wrong. And there's nothing worse than having to wake the customer up at 4:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
to tell them that, none of the equipment, it was like dewy. So like the GFIs outside for like our lights and stuff to set up in the tent so we could see what we were doing, kept blowing the breakers in their house. And it was terrible.
Oh,
But we got it done. We finished on time. Everybody was happy. We got paid. And as crazy and just terribly timed for everything to go wrong, it was fun. And
no,
it
absolutely.
it was like, it didn't matter how bad the day got. We stayed positive. I called my mother, and as a matter of fact, at that, because I brought over a propane tank and a burner because I was doing some dirty rice, and basically like her just talking me through it. You try everything out, and like he said, we have Spanish. I mean, if I can't cook rice, I shouldn't be cooking. And I called her because I was like panicking, like I think I got 2 in over my head on this one. What am I doing here? And her talking me off the ledge, telling me, you know what you're doing. You know how to do it. Like, stop working yourself up and just get through it.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's like we're yin and yang. Like Nick tends to stress out very, very easily, and it's to the point where I have to just slap him in the back of the head and be like, "Bro, we got this, dude. Like, breathe." But it's great. Like, you know what I mean? It's like we equal each other out, because where he's strongest, I might be the weakest, and where I'm strong may be where he's weakest. And like for example, coming up with the name, I'm more of the business savvy guy. So like I'm more money man, social media, holding down the fort. Well, he's basically straight out the pitmaster chef. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like when it came to strategizing and coming to names, like me, I'm trying to come up with all these funny names, like good names, and he'll be like, "No, I don't like it." And like a name that I really liked that I wanted to run with, it was called Meet Your Match, like MEAT. So Meet Your Match Barbecue. He was like, "No, let's go with like Smoke Brothers." I'm like, "Nick, that sounds like a vape shop." like so it was like going back and forth. Like, it wasn't right, to the point that I was just like, "Why don't we just run with Sigs Kitchen?" And then he's like, "I would love that." He's like, "That's me, but what about you?" I'm like, "I don't care. Like I don't care. I don't have to be on the logo. I don't have to be in the name. Like I'm behind putting out a good product. Like, let's put out a good product. I don't have to. My face doesn't have to be there. My name doesn't have to be there." And then I'm like, you have the YouTube channel. We did already a catering gig under that name, so it'd only be right just to run with that name and not switch it up then, if we can't decide on something. And then that's how he's like, "I'll do it, but you have to get added to the logo." Because if you've seen that YouTube link, the original logo was just Nick.
It's just me.
Yeah. Now, where did the Sigs come from?
So, I'm a super nerd, right? So I love video gaming, and I'm not even gonna lie. I live like 15 minutes down the street from like Sig Sauer Academy.
Okay, yeah.
So like
I'm very familiar with that establishment, and so is my bank account.
Yeah. So like, I love guns, and I played a lot of shooting games. So my gaming name was Sig.
Okay.
So while I was cooking and stuff like that, I would always post pictures of food on like the gaming platforms like Discord and stuff like that I talk to my friends through with my gaming headset and stuff. Don't mind the tape though, it is broken. That's that's how you know I'm a good gamer. When I get mad, you throw the headset.
Throw the headset,
yeah. So basically, I mean, it was a fluke name, and then somebody had made a logo with like a skull and crossbones or whatever, and it was like this dirty, bloody kitchen. And they had sent it to me, and they were like, you're always posting food, so here it is, Sigs Kitchen. And honestly, that's where the name was born. Like, we changed the logo. If you go to like the original videos of Sigs Kitchen, if you play, you will see that crossbone and skull logo, and it kind of had nothing to do with food, right? So like, I mean, as like I was getting a little bit bigger with the YouTube stuff, we went to a more, even though nothing was family friendly about my show, we went to a more appealing logo, which was a cartoon version of me. And then that's essentially how, so like to this day now we're both, I know it's a terrible view, but we stuck to the cartoon logos, and then we made a cartoon logo of Ben. And you probably won't be able to tell which one is which, because I used to have hair, but now I'm kind of like in the you guys gang. So
Atta baby.
Yeah. So,
it took him a while to cross over. He had that one little thing like that was hanging like this. Get rid of it.
Yeah, it took a while for me to let it go, but we finally joined that gang. So,
Atta boy.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. Brother Steven, what's happening, brother? Joining us live from Trinidad and Tobago.
That's all.
Randy Shifter, what's happening, brother? So that's awesome. So that's where the name came from.
Yeah, came from a lot of
Now,
shooting video games.
the food trailer. Now, are you guys set up in a particular spot, or you have a few spots you do, or does it really vary? Because you cover a bunch of southern New Hampshire and also into Massachusetts in
Yeah,
that
we do.
Methuen, Lawrence area.
So we don't have we'll call it a home base. Originally, when we started the food truck, the goal was to establish that so that we knew where we would be cooking, essentially at a full time. And we decided that Lawrence was going to be where we set up shop. That's where our commissary and stuff is. So originally, when we did our soft open, which was April 19th of last year, that's where we did the soft open, but we had parked on the street in Lawrence at the Common, which is a very busy location. And then, honestly, it was just we had so much support from, friends, family, people that had been watching. I do a lot of posts on the business page. I've been working a lot with like AI and stuff like that to try to make funny videos we're a bunch of jokers, and things kind of just exploded. Like, we got to the point where we got so booked out last year that we couldn't park on this. We couldn't, if we had a home base, we never would have been at it. So we were doing events, we were getting calls day after day for weekends, and we were booking out for the months. And I work 40 hours a week still. My brother works 40 hours a week plus. So like, we were only doing 1 or 2 days on the weekend to kind of get the business rolling. And it started becoming a point. And I mean, we're still both working, but if things continue to go that way, our goal would be to move into full time hopefully this coming year. And it's looking good already for this year. But we opened on April 19th. We didn't get back to Lawrence until this past October. So we had worked out from April straight through
September. September was the football gig. So it was probably September.
So yeah.
Wow.
So it did well, and it was just like word of mouth. Or my sister does a lot of videography and stuff like that, so she would make all these cool little videos for us. She was also the one that used to do all my recordings for the YouTube, but her schedule became so busy it was hard to always plan. But when she could come, she makes these little videos, and we would put them online at I think we did Taco Tour in Manchester, which was like a really big event for us for one of our first events. Thousands of people walking the street.
Yeah.
We don't.
It was our second event ever. Because we did the April 9th soft opening, and then that May 8th was the Taco Tour.
Yeah,
and going to piggyback for Abby, like Abby's videos have been phenomenal. Where we've gotten gigs just because of her videos. We did this haunted house in Merrimack where she was like, listen, she's like, I was scrolling through social media, and she's like, and I fell in love with all your videos, and she's like, I had to hit you guys up to come through.
Yeah, we did. We had a video of us backyard cooking. They wanted, we did ribs, pulled porks, and they wanted us to do smash burgers, but we weren't gonna make smash burgers and take them. So I ended up bringing my flat top griddle, and we cooked all the burgers on site for them. And so she had made a video of me doing that, and then somebody had saw that video, and then that landed us into a graduation party because the kid loved the video. So like, it was all these little things that accumulated that just kept the phones ringing. And
yeah,
I'm extremely happy that we had such a great year last year. And it's just the fear, I guess, of taking that step to say, hey, like,
Yeah.
we're at and I mean, throughout the holidays, like, I mean, we wanted to see how the winter was going to be, being our first winter in business,
Yeah.
to see how, how sustainable it was going to be. And I mean, God bless my job. They're very lenient with me because I take a lot of time off because of the food truck, getting with all the jobs coming in and getting up at 2 a.m. the day before and cooking through the night into the next day to be ready for event after event. And I mean, I've taken the for the holiday. I've been off since Thanksgiving. I took Thanksgiving, a week off. I took a Christmas week off and through New Year to get all. We did, you know, orders for Thanksgiving and Christmas and donating food to people through the holidays, just to kind of give back to the people that have been supporting us. And it, it, it you know, it's fun to watch, but when you get to the other end of it and you're doing all that work, you don't realize how crazy
Oh yeah.
until you're in the middle of it. And I love it. I mean, I
Yeah.
Oh,
if this is what working is, I mean, I'll do this
Oh,
every day for
listen,
the rest of my life.
we
oh,
we had we had
absolutely.
a we had a slow day that ended up picking up towards the afternoon, and it was like we're just sitting there in the back of the trailer shooting the shit, and then it was like, wow, like if this is what a bad day of work is like, like I would take this any day.
Right? No, absolutely. Oh, yeah. No, it's one of those. You're more comfortable in chaos.
Yeah, yeah.
It's I'll be sitting out there in the yard, and oh, okay, we're gonna do a pork butt, and then no, I can't do a pork butt.
Yeah, yeah, no.
I got to do 6 pork butts.
Yeah. If the smoker's
Well,
not full, you're
you
not
know,
doing it right.
what do you need to do 6 pork butts for? Because I'm going to do one for us to eat,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to take the other 5. I'm going to break them down, and I'm going to vacuum seal them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put them in the freezer for you and the family, and whenever you want to make a sauce, or just you just take a pack out, retherm it, just for sandwiches, do that, or mix it with something. It's there. Stock it up, because y'all know how the winters are up here,
Yeah.
especially this friggin' year.
I
Is it
know.
me, or has this shit come too early and
Sucks
too
it's snowing
cold too
right
quick?
now.
I know that.
Yes,
And I am not going to say what I'm going to say, because right now we're 42 and a half minutes in. And
Yeah.
I'm going to stop talking on that
Yeah.
aspect of it. But no, the more stuff I got going cooking, it's just the more comfortable I am. I don't know if it's just getting in that groove. If I'm cooking one thing, okay, I'm cooking that. That's fine. I can cook one thing blindfold.
Yeah.
And you get a little lackadaisical with it. You start on the phone and this, that. Okay, let me go check it. If I had a bunch of things going, even if it's a couple things on the smoker, working on a couple sides in the on the side table setup, I'll just always doing something. You just get that little groove going.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time to check the smoker. Okay, hit the grill. Okay, get back to working on the coleslaw. Or,
It
you
gives you
just get
time to
in there.
mellow out because the heat is distributing amongst multiple things.
Yes.
So you're able to delegate your time, I think, a little bit better in that, because you're not sitting on one thing worrying about where your temps are at. Like if I just do a brisket, I'm more prone to check on that brisket than I am if I have 5 briskets, 6 pork butts going. The only thing I got to do is maybe once an hour I'll go out and start rotating the meat just to make sure
Hmm.
everything's cooking evenly. But I'm not sitting out there worrying about like where my temps and stuff are at. When we started, we bought all these, digital thermoprobes and stuff because I was worried about being too busy prepping and stuff. And then like it really just comes down back to the basics. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
It's just time. And like he said, like I panic like crazy. But in the midst of that panic, like once I get that groove rolling, like it's just like clockwork, we don't really work too much off of. I mean, we monitor our attempts, but everything is touch and feel. If it feels good, I know where we're at, and I know when we're hitting our stalls. I know when we got to go and wrap stuff, and when we're pulling stuff off, because we typically have to hot hold a lot of stuff through the night to get ready for sale the next day. So it's we've done it so much, and I mean, again, we never did anything to this capacity, right? So it was like we went from backyard barbecuing to, hey, we own a food truck. And then we had to learn on the fly. And it wasn't it can be costly, so you learn real fucking quick the do's and don'ts of
absolutely
your product.
Absolutely. So NBL, Nothing But Love, is your latest subscriber. So there you go, NBL. Thank you for that. And who's this other dope that just jumped in here? Waypoint Barbecue. What's going on, Jeff? What's happening, brother? Better late than never. In Daddy Dutch, this story sounds familiar. Oh, all too well. Ain't that right, Dutch? Ain't that right? So when you did start it, now, how did you go about deciding the very first menu? Now, did you do it strategically?
Not at all.
Or did you balls to the wallet and
to the wall, and then we decided
15 different things on the menu? And
our menu started off like a children's book, and then we tried, it was trial and error. We know what we like and what we excel at, right? Everybody that comes up raves about, like, I swear by our pulled pork. It's just, it was one of those first things you learn to make. It's pretty forgiving. And then from doing it so much, my biggest fear, honestly, was the briskets. And it's because, like, that is the meat that will kill you, right? The cost is high. It's very easy to screw up. And, like, going into it, I have made 100 bad briskets. And it's not that they were bad. They just weren't, executed correctly. They were edible. We would eat it. I'm not going to throw it away. But every bad brisket I made, those thoughts came back about, I didn't even want to put it on the menu, to be honest with you, because I was so nervous about. And then in my head, I'm like, brisket is like the number one selling barbecue product. Like, why would I not put it on my menu? And, as we trialed everything, we cooked everything we said we wanted to, and then we just reevaluated time and what we thought was going to not work. And from there, we started eliminating items. We originally wanted to have, like, briskets, that's the way to go. We wanted to do, like, appetizers, like smoked cream cheese and crackers. And it's like, how many people are going to come up to the barbecue truck and want cream cheese? And it's like, it's easy to do. It's not something, but like little things like that, right? There's a million things we love. We take the problem with us is anything that's left off the truck, we eat. So, we have brisket left over, and then we'll come here knowing we have to prep. And next thing you know, we got Texas Twinkie pig shots going on the smoke for lunch, and it's like, we would love to implement that in the menu, but cutting that much sausage for the volume of people that we need to serve, it's just
absolutely
to do.
No.
So it's things like that we remove from the menu.
Yep, and there's Uncle Steve. Everything messed up can be chopped and mixed with sauce. Saved. 100%.
Yeah, we throw.
But that's what it is. Is like we're very, very, like, particular with what we like. So therefore, like for example, our own sauces and rubs. I'm a big jerk person. I love jerk seasoning, but there's, like, It's either you have a jerk that has too much flavor, no spice, or you have a jerk that has no flavor, too much spice. So it's like when I went into making our rubs, like I probably went through about 14 to 15 recipes until I found one that I really, really liked. And then that's
Yeah.
when I brought it to my brother. Like, yo, try this out. What do you think? And he was like, yeah. He's like, I think that's it. And it's been like one of our best sellers. Like we when we did taco tour, we did our barbecue pulled pork tacos, and then we did we did our habanero jerk chicken tacos with a pineapple pico. And like we're like, all right, we're probably not gonna sell as much because it's real spicy, and people probably gonna come want pulled pork. And we sold more jerk tacos. But I was saying that to say, like, for example, you think barbecue, you think cornbread, staple. We don't have cornbread on our truck because we went through about 20 recipes between me and him and have not found one we like. So therefore, where we haven't found one we like, we won't sell it.
No, absolutely, absolutely. No, you got to stick with your guns on that. But and you're going about it the right way.
Yeah.
You're putting it through the test first. If you got it, like you just said, 20 different cornbread recipes, you're going for the one that you guys absolutely love and think that the people are going to really gravitate to and really appreciate it. So that just shows the passion and the love that you both put into the menu and what you guys are strapping your name and your legacies to the public. And Daddy Dutch is, you got to go with what sells and tell people they can special order other things, just to, to keep that little variation rolling.
The quality over the quantity every time.
Yeah.
I don't care if I have to throw something away. I would rather much get rid of something that I dislike than give it to somebody because I want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the money will come, and I'll be honest with you, like being a new business owner, money's tough, being a small time business and getting people to come in, like business has been good. But because we work so little, we have to make every dollar stretch as far as it can. And I guess that came out wrong. It's not that we work so little. It's because we have so many other things in life with our full-time jobs doing this that, the money goes as fast as the money comes. So the bank account will look great today, but then when I have to place the orders for the rest of the month, and then the insurance has come through, and then all the licensing comes back through, that bank account doesn't look so hot. And it's like, I would rather lose $200 in product than give something to somebody I'm unhappy with.
Yep. No, absolutely, absolutely. Eric Radme, Gator, what's up, brother? Happy birthday, my man. And we got Pickle 9291. Pulled pork is my favorite. Absolutely, absolutely.
We did get, even though we don't make tacos, and the reason I will say I will tell anybody I will stand on my pulled pork. I'll put it up against anybody that's willing to. But we through that taco tour, not being able to do tacos, we got a shout out for third best taco from New Hampshire Eats, which was a really good, and it was me being the loud, obnoxious me that actually drew the person in. I didn't know he was a judge, and I was just like yelling off the back of the truck, tacos, and so that was great.
He was actually coming to try the truck next to us.
Yeah.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. He was walking right by us, and I got him to come stop and get it in. I mean, he loved it to the point where they actually reached back out and hired us for the Granite State Comic Con that came through Manchester.
Okay, yeah.
So they had an open spot for a food truck, and they had a bunch of vendors and stuff, and he specifically messaged me saying how much he remembered that pulled pork that he wanted us to come be at the event. So being, the little guy getting a shot for like a really large event like that, and the food, as people come and they try it, we've been getting tons of great feedback. The reviews have been coming in wonderful, and, everybody has their idea of what barbecue is. I don't dare tell anybody when they ask what kind of barbecue, I don't say we make Texas barbecue. I don't make, Kansas City barbecue. I make Sigs Kitchen Barbecue. We put our own flair and things on it. I don't dare insult anybody because everybody's taste is different. And, we make our briskets like a Texas brisket, but I would never say, hey, come try my Texas brisket, because we're from New Hampshire and
That's
Massachusetts.
it. Yep.
Nothing Texas about us. But
No.
we make everything with love, right?
We
Passion.
Yeah, we put our twist on everything. Like our potato salad, like I said, we're half Spanish, half Italian, so our potato salad has a Spanish twist to it. So like we use green olives and pimentos in it, with eggs, and so it's like we put our twist onto everything. We use all our own rubs, all our own seasonings we make in house. So I think that's another thing that separates us from a lot of people, where we have our flavor. You know what I mean? It's like everybody has their own flavor.
Like our taste, because we create our taste.
Yeah. Billy Rogers was saying best food truck in New England, Bikes and Bites, as one of the mods from New Hampshire Eats. Thank you.
Yeah, buddy. Nourish New Hampshire was a big thing too. To just give a shout out to them, and the Merrimack Valley Eats, the New Hampshire people. They we have people that come up to the food truck and find us through those platforms, and I'll be honest with you, without them, business probably wouldn't have been as good. I met Bikes and Bites through somebody who travels around and eats barbecue, and then recommended, reaching out to him, and me and him ended up just kind of crossing paths, organically. And that's the thing I love about it, right? Is we don't go searching for any, praise, or we're just doing our thing, and then it's people that that are in your chat that are coming up to the food truck and trying the food and then telling somebody about our food. It's those word of mouth that kept us slammed this year, and we appreciate all the support from all those people, and we're only looking to get bigger and better this coming year. So stay hungry and keep it coming.
Absolutely. And with the Bikes and Bites, I don't know if who is Jesus Christ, these notifications up here on the top. Apparently my subscriptions on YouTube all decided to go at once right now. Holy shit. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't know, but I definitely met a couple folks from the Bikes and Bites at our CBA competition we had in New Hampshire this past year. And great people. Had a wonderful conversation with them, and I think we are. I heard something about. I'm not fully sure, but we're going to be working with, doing some stuff with, Nourish New Hampshire at the comps too.
Great
I think
people.
Matt had said, so that'll be. That's always good to get in with organizations that it all, all comes full circle.
Yeah.
And there's Chef Johnny from Texas Style and Cuisine. Great to hear a success story. Absolutely. Chef's been at that, the food trail is a long time, so he and Daddy Dutch too, the both of them guys right there know exactly and Data, he's in there too. Everything you've gone through.
We're accessible, and any tips, tricks. I mean, listen, we are complete novices in this large game of barbecue, but we have something going, and we're gonna keep steamrolling through. We're gonna start as we get ourselves a little bit more established. We've been talking about doing competitions.
That was another question he had coming up.
We don't have any accolades to throw out, and it's not that I think we need it, but I'm pretty damn sure we can do it. I think we can win.
Dude, yeah, baby, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know nothing about competition, right? So it's like I have a pretty good idea if I needed to put a dream team together, the people around me in my circle that I would use. And, I have some friends that, live in like the Amesbury area and stuff, and they do uh, a lot of stuff with like CMAC out in that area.
Yep.
And
Up in Amesbury. Yep.
yeah, CMAC was supposed to have a barbecue competition, and it just so happened one of the people that was competing had asked us if we wanted to join up with him for that. So we said yeah, and then we ended up getting booked for the Comic-Con, which was the same exact weekend as the competition. But I believe the competition ended up getting canceled or rescheduled.
Oh, Riverfest.
Yes.
Riverfest. Yes. Yeah.
So we were going to be there this year, but then again, being a small business, it wasn't about trying to win any praise or accolade. We needed to work. So we went to work.
And the kid in us couldn't have passed up Comic-Con. Like, we are at Comic-Con, and it's like, I'm not a gamer. I'm not into the gaming thing as much as my brother is, but Comic-Con brings out the little, like, me and him felt like little kids. We're out there watching everybody dressed up walking in, and we're looking at each other like, bro, this is awesome.
Trophies are great advertising, and there's no doubt in my mind.
No, the other thing on that is, if you do want to, try it, one of the comps or something, the people you're going to meet there.
Yeah.
Everybody is always so welcoming, from the, whether this is the very first time you met them or not, we have so much fun at the competitions wherever we're going for them.
I'm going to be horrified.
No.
No, it's, you know what, that's like my superpower, right? Like, I go in there, I get super nervous, I get scared, I make a couple mistakes, and then I got to psych myself out of it. I work way better in the chaos.
Oh no, absolutely. And I'm always, they're always like, hey, what's your timeline? I ain't got no fucking timeline. What do you mean you don't got a timeline? When I feel like cooking, that's when I start cooking.
Yeah.
I go, depends on how I am, how my trim went and all that. And, sometimes you might not want to trim. So I'm cooking a full packer. Okay, so I'm going to need some time on that bad boy. So I'm going to start cooking.
I feel like that's brave in competition, though.
Oh, the competition. It is crazy. It is crazy. But yeah, no, you meet so many great people. You learn so much, because you're sitting around, a lot of the time. Because like a typical competition up our way here is we'll all pull in on Friday. And so set up and hang out Friday night. And so everyone's, the drinks are flowing. People are telling stories. We're solving the world's problems, and, everyone starts talking about the different stuff they do. I'm using this. I inject with this or even the equipment. I just picked up a brand new injector because the guys have been raving for it, and the one I bought last year wound up being a piece of shit. And kept getting stuck in the mechanism itself.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you can't.
The hell with this thing. So we literally went veterinary grade injector.
Yeah. So it doesn't blow out on top of you when you're trying to push things.
That's the other one, But little things like that, and you just build these friendships, and it's absolutely insane. And Daddy Dutch, that's that is the one rule of competition that I would stand for, that I originally had heard on our good friend Robert Rocha from Bullhorn Barbecue on his show, So Smoking Gooder shows, live 9:00 on Wednesday nights, is hashtag shut up and listen. Just sit there and be quiet. Yeah. Just let everybody talk. It is amazing how many gems They let go after a few
Yeah,
cans
yeah,
have been thrown. You know what I mean?
See,
yeah.
to me, that's the best part about it all.
Yeah.
Just the
Nope.
community, just being around the community and stuff like that. To me, like that's what I get a kick out of.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you know me, I like to talk. Like you know what I mean. Sometimes my brother will be like, "Yo, shut up already! Like you talk too much." And then it's
Yeah,
like,
when we're on the
but
food truck, we'll have a line, and I mean, I get conversing with the customers, and we're like the friendliest people ever. But I'll have like 20 people in line, and he'll talk to, and I'm trying to blow food out the truck, running between the griddle, and I have a 14-year-old son who helps us a lot on the truck, and all the kids are trying to get onto the food truck, so I can't wait until they come of age to get them in there and going. But it's like we're a two-man team here. And I mean, we've called the cavalry in. My sisters will jump in there. It's a big family business when we need it to be. But there's a lot of times where I can't get him to shut up to give me the next order while I'm packing out, 4 or 5 orders. And I love him, but sometimes he's just got to shut up and listen.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Daddy
hashtag
Dutch, Mags, you got to come to the CBA KCBS doubleheader up here. Dutch, I'm looking at it as a matter of fact, and fortunately enough, I miscalculated the amount of vacation time I am actually carrying over this year. So we're gonna see about that. But we'll see. We'll see. I got some things coming up on that, but no, guys, the competitions, we have KCBS, which is a standard up here, and some of the guys just brought up the CBA Champions Barbecue Alliance. Uh, 2 last year, 4 this year. No, 4 last year, 1 the year before, and there's another 4 or 5 of them this year. So a couple different sanctioning bodies out there, and you want to jump in, shit. Or the ones I'm doing, I'm definitely cooking the CBA Triple Crown.
Yeah,
Hey, you want a visitor? Come
yeah,
on
yeah,
down.
yeah. I
Come on
mean,
down, brother. Check it all out before
I
you
might
even
have
jump
to
in
take,
it.
yeah, yeah. I'd just love to see it. See what I'm
That's
really
it.
getting myself into.
Yeah, come on out, hang out. Fucking meet some people. Get the words
Yeah.
out on everything, and kind of turn it because a lot of them now, especially with the CBAs, they're using it, doing it with like a festival,
Mhm.
some type of festival thing on the Saturday. Because, like I said, we roll into
Yeah, yeah,
the
cook at home.
grounds on Friday, and then Saturday we'll have our one meat shootouts or jackpots or dessert things like that, and then the regular 4 meat on Sunday. So that Friday into Saturday, there's there's a lot of tomfoolery going
Yeah, yeah,
on,
yeah.
you know. But yeah, there's always something going on, and everyone's sitting around, and like you said, just helping each other out in any way anybody can. It's a great community,
Yeah.
and you may have to fight PB for a bed. No, fuck the PB. I'll pick him up and throw him out the back. Uh, and Gator, it is a blast to do, win or lose. No, 100%,
Yeah.
100%. If you win, great. If you lose, it ain't so bad.
No.
And you're also going to learn something because you need with that you got to hold yourself accountable.
Hmm.
Okay, you look at your scores and you go, okay, why did this judge give me that? Hopefully, they'll give you a comment.
Hmm.
And don't take it personal,
No, no, I don't.
because you gotta
Constructive
sit
criticism only
there
makes
and
you better.
and they're like, I'm like, okay, no, a little salty. Well, what was I use?
You
Okay,
know.
yeah, I did go a little heavy on my base layer,
Mhm.
which was very salt and pepper forward, so you just gotta really break down, use the scores, use the comments, and then go through your recipes and go, okay, so I can pull back on this a little bit, or go a little heavier handed on this end of it, and and the whole time you're working on your own game.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even know it. You don't even realize it, or you're making a change on the fly, and going, okay, oh, I'm getting this ready. I'm like, oh shit, that comment from last week's competition.
Yeah.
Put this down,
Yeah.
grab this, or lighten up, or just stuff like that. But but that is what barbecue is also. It's a constant learning. You were saying earlier, the technology comes along. Absolutely, and that changes the game.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, we got a lot of you know, flack, like I said, you know, so the difference between me and my brother is when he came into the barbecue game, he immediately came in on a pellet smoker. Where when I started doing barbecue, I came in, with lump charcoal and wood, So I've been on both sides of it, and we do what works for us to make the business work. And we do use a pellet smoker on the back of the food truck. Don't get me wrong, I still have an offset at home. I still have that Brinksman at home. I have 3 pit bosses on my back deck that my wife, my back deck is just full of grills. She hates it. And I have the Rectech BFG on the back of the food truck because it's a large enough scale smoker for us to
yeah,
operate from. And like I said, you'll get naysayers and doom and gloomers, and we're new age kids working with new age technology, and it's nothing against the old way. This just works well for us and the operation
no,
we're doing.
absolutely.
And there is, like I said, I mean, it's not being cocky as much as I would like to be confident. And we let our food speak for itself, and I will put a bullet smoked brisket up against somebody with a stick burner brisket. And,
No, absolutely.
you know, we stand by our product, and I believe we put out a great product, and the people that eat off of the truck, seemingly agree. So it doesn't matter how you achieve the goal as long as you got there.
Yeah, yeah, no, and like you're saying, you got the grills everywhere. Beyond what your wife likes. I'm peeking out the window right now, and I got my Kamado Joe. I got the 2 kettles. Shit, I got so many. I got a kettle sitting in front of me here in the living room in my studio. There's
Yeah,
a
no,
Weber
she's
kettle
fine.
sitting right there.
I have
Yeah,
I have my warming cabinet in the other room because we were putting out so much stuff over the holiday that we had the Cambros full, we had the electric. We took it out of the food truck and brought it into my house because I
yeah,
was worried about the really cold temps stopping that from
yeah.
reaching, so just to be safe. So my house is in disarray between catering equipment and food warmers and electrical equipment and stuff that I need to reload back into our food truck.
Oh
So,
no, absolutely, absolutely. Marty V, what's up, brother? Damn it, boy. Uh, Dave LeConte, same holds true in a commercial kitchen. Listen to your guests' feedback and adjust accordingly. No,
absolutely.
absolutely, absolutely. Then Gator is asking, where is your food truck at?
So we
Or
are based out of Fremont, New Hampshire, is where the business is actually licensed to, and that's because uh, I have uh, two properties where I live here, my house, and then my garage is commercial property. So we have the food truck licensed to essentially my garage behind my house as the commercial area, but our commissary, like I said, is in Lawrence, Massachusetts. We don't have an actual home location. It's we've been talking about maybe buying a plot of land or finding somewhere to park full time when we're not doing events. If this year is anything like last year, we didn't have a lot of time to park. We got booked from event to event to event to event to event, and we basically spent the whole last year just traveling between Massachusetts and New Hampshire, hitting everywhere and anywhere we could go. From regular catering events to pop-ups to, uh, basically anyone and anywhere they would go, just to get our name out. I mean, we did 30 people events to 1,000 people, multiple 1,000 people events. And, it was a great learning experience. But as far as a home base, we're working on that now, because with the goal of going full time, we need somewhere established, because we're really cutting ourselves short because we're traveling so much. We don't do online ordering yet. We do have accounts with like DoorDash and stuff, but we don't set it up because we're typically traveling from event to event and don't have a full-time spot to set and forget for people to just get their orders in. So once we establish that, I think business will, really, really expand.
Yeah. Uncle Steve, Burr, cold temps, gonna be 80 here tomorrow. Might wear a jacket. You funny guy, Steve. Funny guy.
Coming to visit.
And,
Coming to
Like
visit.
making briskets and -2,
Yeah. And Chef, I can't believe y'all would clutter up the patio with so many barbecue pits. You should be ashamed.
Yeah. It makes it look so nice.
Chef. Okay, Chef. You guys remember the old, what was it, the after school specials? Chef, I learned it by watching you.
Yeah.
Okay? I learned it by watching you. Well, there's a reason Miss Libby is a saint on many levels, and your collection might be part of that also. So bite your tongue, brother. Well, here we go. Dave is saying, you guys make chili. His restaurant is hosting a chili cook-off January 25th in Weir's Beach.
I do make chili. As a matter of fact, I have, if you go to my YouTube video, I have a chili recipe that I did when I first started out there. And then you saw a message from Chapin on Facebook. And so him and my one of my best friends, Brandon, introduced me to Chapin. And he came to me because he was doing a chili cook-off or something in that area, and he's, not exactly. So it was I did a black bear, Ossipee black bear chili recipe that I served to the firemen and stuff for that event. So there was a lot of great feedback. They had me sign like a little placard. I signed it Big Sig, and he came back. And the people that were, you say something like black bear or venison, a lot of people get weirded out with some game meat. But it was there was a lot of great feedback from him on that, and just little things. But I would be most definitely interested in a chili cook-off for sure.
No, absolutely. Larry Vaughn, afternoon from South Jersey. What's up, brother? Then Gator is saying, message him after the show. He'd love to chat with y'all and maybe help each other out too. So that works. Hit Gator up, and then fucking Dave, don't start shit.
I'll be honest with you.
Don't start shit, because you know what's coming, Dave.
I think it's sacrilegious to not put beans in your chili.
Thank you. And like I said, I spoke too soon. There it is. Wait, don't tell me you put beans in it. There it is. And then Dave's defending himself. Not me, Chef. Okay. But no, I am a big proponent of beans in chili. That's how Mom made it. That's how I make it. That's how I grew up with it. Sorry, that's how it is. Chef, I will make it. If you ever get it up here, I will make you your own pot without beans.
Yeah.
And Chef, I do have a question for you though. Think about this. I was at the grocery store the other day, and there was a can. And it said on it, I should have taken a picture, but I left it in the car. It was a can of, wait for it, chili beans. Just saying, Chef. Bring it up to the manufacturer, not me. And Uncle Steve's gonna chime in too. I use half beans. It takes forever to cut them, but makes everybody happy. Oh God, Steve, you would be the one to cut beans.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll go that far.
Cut beans. Oh, I love it. I love it. And Gator is just laughing his ass off at this point. See, Dave, you had to bring up the goddamn beans or no beans in chili every time because now Chef's going to be on me for the next week about this. But that's all right. I'll get to talk to Chef. But guys,
Some added
thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming on to kick off 2026 with me. And if I'm not mistaken, you said you're right around Sig Sauer Academy.
Yep.
If
10 minutes away.
My calculations are correct, there's only about 45 minutes in between here and there.
Yeah, we're not far from each other at all.
We're gonna have to do some stuff.
Hey,
we're gonna have to have some fun here.
Anytime you want.
Absolutely, boys. Absolutely. But guys, thank you
love
both.
to cook. He likes to eat and take all the. He'll tell you how great everything we make is, as I take it off the smoker and, put it on.
No, absolutely. But where can everybody find you guys on social medias, emails, the whole 9 yards?
Facebook, it seems to be our best platform so far. You can find us at Sigs Kitchen Barbecue on Facebook. Instagram is at Sigs Kitchen LLC. And our TikTok is at Sigs Kitchen as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. Guys, go out, give them a follow. And you're gonna love some of these videos. The shorts they're putting out is reels and stuff. The creativity alone.
Yeah.
What was the one? Was it today?
Today was the.
Or yesterday on like a boat or on a lake or something.
I try to make funny videos.
My favorite.
I mean,
my favorite is Not All Heroes Wear Capes. That was my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Everybody coming into the new year, you get the whole new year, new me. Well, it's the, new year, same me. So it started off saying, we got to eat better. And it's me with a bowl of salad. And we throw the salad in the trash. And then we start cutting up all the barbecue and we make a meat salad, right? Now that's a salad.
That's a salad. Yep. No, that's right. That's right. That was the one from today. Yeah. Yeah, this is the salad. I agree 100% on that.
Yeah, and I love my vegetables. I love my greens. I eat anything, but it's just to poke fun. He poked the bear a little bit. Everybody's got their resolutions that'll be gone tomorrow.
No, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for the time. It was great to hear the whole story in depth and everything y'all got going on. Continue crushing it, and can't wait to get together now, boys.
Yeah,
and
sure, man. We really appreciate you having us on.
Somebody said we're going to have some fun. No, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Like you said, when we were chatting the past month or so, I'm like, something? Let's go. Let's go. Let's kick it off this way.
The more we can get out there and get people to know who we are, and we're trying to make we're gradually working in, but we're trying to make a big splash this year. And if you don't know who we are, get ready because you will.
You're gonna. Oh, I love it. I love it. But like I said, thank you guys. Give me 1 second. I'll jump right back into here. I'm just going to close this out. And then we'll chat for a minute afterwards. But, guys, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Like I said in the past, you have all the episodes right at your fingertips. especially with, Facebook now deleting all the live videos after 30 days. So the library is gone on Facebook, but every episode is all 392 right there on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button. Follow along all the audio, wherever audio platforms are found. Got the new food sprout list of the top 60 barbecue podcasts for 2026. And I am proud to say the Pit Life Barbecue podcast landed at good old lucky number 3. So thank you all for all that support, and I appreciate each and every one of you for it. Any questions or comments, please send them to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. Like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. Next week, going to have another fun one. I'm going to be joined by Alonzo Cantu of Gulf Coast Smoke. He's making waves in the seasoning and now sauce end of it. So we're going to get into everything Alonzo has on his podcast, on his social medias, on his videos, and everything in between. So that'll be cool. So check that out. Again, thank you all for tuning in. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.